SNL analysis, SNL analysis, SNL analysis. Episode 40, episode 7 in season 43. The host is Tiffany Haddish, and I'm gonna break it down for you, and I'm gonna rate it. If you're not familiar with the show, basically what it goes through is each individual episode skit, and I'll rate it. I give it a number, and then once that number, and then I put them all together, and then I give you a score, and I'll let you know how good or how bad it was, and why. Why I break down each skit as to why I personally think each particular skit is bad as good, you know. But I mean, okay. So too much coffee. Today I'm not British. So first the cold open 10 above the board. Great job. I had not made the video and said about the makeup, but the makeup for Roy Moore with Mikey Day, amazing. And Mikey Day, I think that definitely your name is starting to. And same with Alex Muffet. Mikey Day, Alex Muffet. We gotta boil those names over into the upper sphere in order to get people being like Mikey Day, Alex Muffet. Those are the people that are doing it. The best way to do this is by creating iconic characters like Tina Fey and Amy Poehler and all those previous cast members have done. So we move into great makeup, Kate McKinnon, everybody, just great job. The monologue, Tiffany Haddish, 10. She wrangled the audience. Basically, what is wrangling in the audience? Wrangling the audience to me is when you're telling jokes that the audience may not be completely familiar with, and they're like not sure where you're going, but you're stringing them out along, and all of a sudden you've woven a whole story for them, and they're like, "Whoa, you're awesome, you're amazing." So really, Febreze should call her, because I could totally see a partnership there. Okay, so we gave her a 10, 10, 10. Then we go into GamerCon. For me, it was hilarious, especially with a lot of the fighting games and whatnot, and the issues with women in video games and those kind of things. And so bringing Boo Boo Jeffries, I love her. I just think that, hopefully she hosts again, and then I hope she hosts again, and then that way, we can expand on that particular character or the whole franchise, whatever. Then we've got Lion King. Lion King. When you do the cornucopia of and everybody knocks it out of the park, it's just wow. And I was talking in the previous episode how I would love to see Leslie just do a lot different characters, and we are seeing it. We are seeing it. Just a few snippets that Leslie is able to give us and what she's able to give us. I think I encourage Leslie to be more bold and to totally go for it. Oprah, there's some basic, and I mean, boys, girls, whatever, black unicorns. Whatever you think, white unicorns. I don't know. Don't matter. Then we've got the DNC. Leslie, again, great as I forget her name, but she came out and everybody's like, "Hey, great job." See, now that's a way. Donna Brazil. The way that she did it. In the previous episode, they were talking about the whole Bernie thing and how Bernie throwing people under. But I don't know. It was just a joke that for me didn't land. But in this particular situation, in the way that she told it, it totally landed. So I think there was a weird. I don't know what if we wanted to pick about each individual meter and whatever. I'm sure that we could, but for me personally, I just felt that element landed, whereas the other one did. Great job with the dancing. Everybody's imitations was on point, super point. So 10. If there were higher scores, I'll go Kyle. But for me, it drops into a 5 with Kyle and Beck. A lot of us who love SNL know the story of what interwoven stories or whatever, and what's going on if you're really avid watcher. And it's also cool. I think that it was a beautiful thing. It was really beautiful, but for me, the joke was not complete. There wasn't a complete payout in the joke. It was just too long, too strong along, and the payout wasn't enough. So I gave them a 5. I know. I thought it was beautiful, but I just thought it just didn't pay out completely. The whole punching, it was a repetitive end. It was just like, for me. Then we've got weekend update, super fire. Both you guys were on super duper fire. Great job. Then Cecily Strong, who I love. I think that, of course, Cecily, 80, Kate, really, if the name rolls right off my tongue, then I'm going to be straight up. That's the person. You know what I mean? I think that they're great. Cecily Strong did the HR, every joke, bam, 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 great job, and a message at the end. That's why she got a +1, which helped out with Keenan's. I think that it was, I liked it. I watched it 3 times. The jokes, okay, I got the jokes, but I think there was a missed opportunity with the 8. It wasn't, the jokes weren't completely like, ooh, but there was a missed because I've seen Keenan do a much better job with taking characters over the top. Then we've got, but the 8, I gave him an 8, because the shoe was a missed opportunity where, people, it says there's no actual shoe right now, or there's images of maybe perhaps a shoe, or maybe that is the shoe, and then legal issues, but make a weirdo shoe. Make like a weirdo shoe. Don't just bank on your impressions. If you can bank on the object, if you can bank on the scenery, if you can bank on whatever you can, it's not about you, it's about it's about giving birth to the entire joke. So as you're giving birth to the entire joke, in that particular frame, you were given so many things. So the shoe was really, to me, was a missed opportunity. Because it could have been more. I like the thing that how it popped up, but it, maybe tease us that that's what it's going to do. Like, what's going to happen with this shoe, but overall they got a 10 because of Cecily, and it just great job. The Black Unicorn, I think that there could have been, I gave them an 8, and I think there could have been more because utilizing the other cast members and having the other cast members like a vision, like, let me show you a vision in your future. And, it's like her, and it's a videotaped image or whatever it is that is happening. I think that if they went there and when you use more all the cast members and utilize the strengths of everybody really, like, it allows the flower to bloom in different ways, and just I think it's better. I don't know what the technicalities of allowing that to do that with the whole cast members, but then we've got Tamika. I think Tamika was awkward in a bad way. I think the headpiece, it's that weird element of suspension of disbelief of, is it like, maybe have a cue card person instead of like a headpiece person, because then you're thinking, does the actor not know they're like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, if you're gonna take it there, totally take it there, like own it, like, and be like, I don't know what's going on, you know what I mean, and be a lot more over. I think Tamika was not over the top enough. That's the problem, I think. And then we've got the dolphin one. I gave them a 7. And Tamika got a 7. I gave the dolphin a 7. And I gave the dolphin a 7 because I think it's for various reasons. I think that the joke was okay. It was, the payoff was there. I think the dolphins are oftentimes a symbol of innocence, and a symbol, even though people that work with dolphins perhaps may say other things. I don't know, but oftentimes a symbol of innocence, and having that whole thing tied into that with what's happening, it was just not like, unless, and there wasn't a payoff message in the end. It was just like, what's the message? Like, what is it? Just to make us? If it's just to make us laugh, like, about that, then is there a message behind it? Because I didn't see a message, and that's where I felt like, when you're gonna go for something that strong, there has to be a message payoff at the end, and I felt that it wasn't there. It was just like for nyuk nyuks, and I don't think that really makes, at this point, I don't think it makes anybody a service. It is a disservice. There we go. But we got Whiskers Are We, and Whiskers Are We, of course, always, first of all, cats. Like, absolutely, like, oh, come on. But the factor that these people, that Kate and whoever's with her, could totally be on the point with these random cats who are like, there were some moments where we're like, so that is just, I think that is Whiskers, are we ready to be like a what is it? Could it stand alone as a show? I don't know. I think that'd be interesting. But I think I would love to see Whiskers Are We as a movie. I think I definitely could see Whiskers Are We as a movie, and what those elements and whatnot. And where Kate could take that. Overall, they got an 8.82. I really liked it. Really? They got an 8.82? I think so. Yeah. I think I did the math, and they got an 8.82, which is interesting because that's higher than, what is it, 8.5, I believe, Larry Davis. And Tiffany Haddish is a new comedian. Now my question becomes, so advice for the next episode. Advice for the next episode would be, what is it? Branch off into characters. I think that a lot of us love Mango. What is it? Drunk Uncle. What other characters? The Coneheads. The Californians. Those are things that are popping off in the top of our heads. And right now, what do we got? We've got the girl you don't want to talk to at a party. Who are the possibles that we got off the top of my head? And that's it. That's it. Off the top of my head, that's the only character that I can think of the people that are playing that can play it. And I think perhaps that should be a wake up call to the SNL cast. As much as we love you, as much as the fans love you, in order to branch out and bring more fresh people into the mix, there's got to be newer characters and things that are like, oh, like Drunk Uncle and stuff like that that people can put memes about, and those kind of. I think Angel, definitely. Angel, I think Angel is right there. Um, that's the only person off the top of my head within the past couple episodes that I've seen. But there's a lot of, and Whiskers are I think there's a lot of possibilities for a lot of the characters that can grow. And I think Kate is the top player, but I'm going to make a video about that later. I want to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful eternity.